This is it, the last ever 5 Steam games, and the last time you'll see me here on PC Gamer. Don't worry though, Steam is definitely not ending anytime soon. And for the final time, I'm Maheen Kassor, and this is 5 Steam games you might have missed. A 16-player cooperative first-person shooter set in the Starship Troopers universe? What more do you want? The Steam reviews are raving about it, and there's a lot of alien murder as you'd expect, but Extermination also involves taking and rebuilding bases in a race to secure as much space from the ruthless, arachnid bastards as possible. There are 3 classes, an Apex Legends style ping system, and make no mistake, countless horrible bugs. Extermination is currently in early access and will stay there for approximately 1 year, while new maps, weapons, enemies, and much more are added, in addition to the usual polish. This tactical roguelike stands out for its original art style. It's colourful, collage-like, and looks even better in motion than it does in screenshots. What's the gameplay like, you ask? Its centerpiece is turn-based tactical combat on a hex grid, while exploration is conducted from a sidelong perspective. You can expect the usual skill trees and ability management, though the nature of these is determined by the personality of your player character, which I'm guessing works a little like a class system. Aetheris is in early access and expected to release into 1.0 by September, with a cooperative multiplayer mode expected to roll out during that time. Ellipse is a gorgeous Metroidvania with some very obvious points of reference. It looks a heck of a lot like Hollow Knight and Ori and the Blind Forest, which isn't a bad thing. Ellipse's art style has a lot going for it, especially if you find the 2 aforementioned games pretty. It definitely won't win any awards for originality, but it's surprisingly rare for precision platforming to factor into a modern Metroidvania, so you could probably throw a Celeste or Super Meat Boy reference in there too. Published by horror merchants Dread XP, Hand of Doom is a retro-style dungeon crawler that looks the spitting image of something you'd have bought in a massive box back in 1993. It's actually a full-length version of a minigame featured in the first Dread X collection, and follows the adventures of an apprentice wizard sent on a mission across the planes of existence to prevent some huge reality-destroying disaster. It looks like fantasy, but there's a strange surrealistic quality to Hand of Doom that can partially be attributed to its antiquated sound design and uncanny sprite-based 3D graphics. Also, it has a Doom-style metal soundtrack, and you PC gamers love that, so just play it. Kargast is a narrative-driven retro RPG, and to be perfectly honest, the reason it's featured in this list is because it features a turn-based battle against an 80s car, and that's pretty funny. Ryu, eat your heart out. At least part of the aim of Kargast is to elicit a laugh though, albeit potentially uncomfortable laugh, because the setting is quite bleak, and just like my time coming to an end here at PC Gamer, so is this child's life, who must navigate a surrealistic world fighting weird enemies and uncovering an array of strange truths. With its branching narrative and semi-satirical view of narrative RPGs, this one looks cut from the same cloth as Undertale and Omori. And with that done, that's the last ever 5 Steam games. A special thanks to everyone who's watched this series. It's been a series I've been really proud to have worked on, and another special thanks to Sean Prescott, who writes the written articles over at the PC Gamer site and will continue. And for the final time, I've been Maheen Kassor. See ya.